Okay, we should be back. I love whenever my PC gets a little lucid. You know, this is now occurrence number 3, um, maybe 4, because I had one that happened during a recording of video. Ooh, and it was a long video too, so that was not fun. But we should be good. We should be live again. I'm gonna check on this phone here. Seems like we're live. No. Oh, that's not it either. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I'm gonna wait until I see people in the chat. Nope, that's not it either. Wow, that's annoying. Let me relaunch the YouTube app. Maybe that'll fix it. Maybe. It seems like we're good. Now I don't know. Now I don't know. Alright, I think this is good. I think this is good. If there are people here, please type in the chat. Yep, this is good. This is good. Okay, this is live. Perfect. So, as I mentioned previously, we have a lot to talk about. We got 4 whole chapters that I'm going to be reading on the stream. I'm very excited because I can only imagine with Rox being gone, we're going to follow up with Loki, Harold, and all that stuff, which would be really cool. I think that I'm trying to think how far it'll go realistically, right? Because I do think the flashback could be over by this point. Again, I'm completely spoiler free, so I generally don't know. So I feel like that might be a possibility, which would be crazy because this flashback, without a question, is one of the best ones in the whole series. Like, I don't think this is a thing that's up for debate, in my opinion. I feel as though Oda has superseded a lot of our expectations of what's to come from this flashback, which has me very excited. Also, the light's going to go on now. So, that's my hope. My hope is that we are generally going to get, the ending of the flashback, possibly, coming back to see what Loki, and Hyrden were discussing, because obviously not everything Loki said is going to be talked about, because Loki wasn't there for God Valley. I'm curious to see how the, unreliable narrator that Loki could be is interpreted by Hyrden, if, again, the flashback's even over. I'm imagining it is over, because there were a lot of breaks in between the last few chapters, so I'm going to imagine it's over. If it is over, I would definitely like to do like a discussion about the flashback as a whole with people for sure. I think that'd be really great. But from what I remember last, we were following Harold and Loki once again, so I'm hoping we continue to follow them. And I definitely remember that we followed Shanks. That was a really, really big moment. His stuff with Fisher Tiger, very conflicting. Don't know how I feel about that still. It's been like a month and I still don't know how I feel about it, because it feels as though I feel as though it dismisses Fisher Tiger a little bit, but I don't want to get on that ramble again. So, with all that out the way, let me make sure we're all good. It is also the first stream of the month, so I could do members as well, which I think I'll do right now. Let me do that real quick. Let me make sure everything's good on here. All right, it's live. Live. Good. All right, everything is good. Now I'm going to do my... Thank you, Von Clay, for the thumbs up in the corner. I keep forgetting that's my little thing in the corner. Let's do the 5 gifted members, since I don't think we did them last month because I was so busy. Shoutouts to Private Potato, AIM PDX, Old Account 181, Lord King Kai, and Cube Red Sea. Shouts to all those lucky 5 for being gifted memberships to the channel. Also, please let me know if my mic is like cutting out or like quiet. I've had a lot of people tell me over the past like month or so that it has been kind of like that. So I've literally been holding it like this. I've been doing that for quite a bit. It seems fine. It seems fine. So I think we're good. But I just want to say, if that is happening, please let me know, because that would be very, very annoying. So, with that, we have this amazing color. Actually, I'm going to do this. Since it's not one chapter today, I'm going to add a text box here. Just so you guys know what chapter I'm on. I think that's a good call. Text box. Let me add a text box. Text. Yeah, sure. I'll just do chapter. I'll add one, so, you know. Wow, that's so crusty. Alright, let me just make it what I usually do, the bibus. Yep, there we go. I'll put it in this corner here, and I'll add a little outline, because I don't think that's too noticeable. Outline color, make it black, just so it's easy to see. That should be good. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright. It's time. One Piece. We're back with One Piece. I am so excited. Again, I kind of gave my expectations on what I think is going to happen. Hoping. I don't want to say I'm hoping it wraps up. I don't want to say that. That sounds like I think it's bad, but it's great. I'm just hoping the finale, if there is one, is great. I'm pretty confident it will be, especially with Loki being a very interesting character, Harold being a very interesting character. I hope Oda, wraps this up with a really, really nice bow, So, with that, One Piece chapter 1169 with this absolutely gorgeous color spread here of the Rocks Pirates. This is fire. This is so sick. So we got in the back, we got Gonzui, Shiki, Kaido, and Barbell, I think is his name. Sunbell is Roger's guy on his crew. That's Sunbell. Barbell is this swole dude in the back. And then we got Silver Axe, Gloriosa, Strusen, Big Mom, Don Marlin. Oh, he's got blue hair. I like that. I like that Gonzui, Wangji in the front, or Wangji. I don't still fully know. And Don Marlin, they have very colorful hair. That's fun. I like that we're able to have these super crazy characters, and they still got very fun, goofy designs. And of course, Whitebeard and Stussy are here, and then Captain John right there in the front, counting the money. And then we got Rocks, Davy, Dieselbeck. Super sick. He's got a tiger in the front too. I wonder if the tiger is like symbolic of anything. Maybe it's because he has like stripy hair and the tiger's got like stripy fur. That'd be cool. I love this. This is so sick. Probably one of the best color spreads I've seen in a hot minute. Just seeing the crew all together in these awesome like suits. This is sick. It reminds me of when the Straw Hats had their suit cover page many chapters ago. All right, here we go. My Death Cannot Come Soon Enough is the title of this chapter. Very excited. And we are immediately with Shanks. Immediately. I just want to check to be certain. I'm fairly certain the last chapter was the Fisher Tiger one. I just want to make certain. It wasn't. Wow. This is one where Ida passed away. Yeah. Let me see. It was this one. 1167 was the one with Fisher Tiger. Okay. Cool. That Ida chapter I remember being very powerful. I really enjoyed that one. Alright, let's continue. My Death Cannot Come Soon Enough. I'm very excited for this one. 14 years ago, Sun World, Elbaf, at Gabon's house. What? Captain Roger had a son? Oh, this is crazy. Apparently so. That's what Garp told me, at least. I'm amazed that he survived the Navy's search then. Well, in that case, I guess he'll be like a little brother to me. Wow, wow. You're not wrong about that. You and Buggy were our sons. All right, so you know what? You know, technically, technically Buggy is in the flashback. Technically, that was something I was hoping would happen. Especially now that we see that Rox has like bluish hair. That's something. That's something. If he's got Captain Rogers' blood, then I guess he'll be the next generation's king of the pirates. Hey, it ain't a hereditary position. Sometimes, those with the greatest expectations placed on them fail to achieve that greatness. You think so? It's what makes life so fun and unpredictable. That is crazy. That's crazy. Sometimes those with the greatest expectations placed on them fail to achieve that greatness. And he's saying this with a smile. He's saying this like, oh, Roger's son, he could fail with a smile. This is wild. All right. Meanwhile, the fateful scene at Elbaf's Aurust Castle. Okay, so this is going to be it, where Harold's going crazy. The fateful scene. This is it. Doga, haha. Oh no, Prince Loki has returned. Chief Jarl is here as well. Outside of the royal chamber. Why did he? Your Majesty, he was coming to chain you up, like you said. Why did I cut down my guard like that? It was like my body moved on its own. Was it to fulfill Emu's orders? To eliminate those who would stop me? Form an army of warriors. Am I incapable of fighting back? Can those orders even alter my very thoughts? For the rest of my life? For as long as I continue to live, my presence will only make this country worse. My body is a blight upon its safety. I like that for the rest of my life, like, thought bubble with the brand right there. Very cool. It was a waste. It was all for nothing. 144 years of life down the drain. I like this panel too. We're seeing his thoughts above him and like the classic Oda dramatic shading on the eyeballs. My death cannot come soon enough. Quickly, kill me. I refuse to let Elbaf be enslaved. Hurry, before it's all taken over. And he's saying this while he's killing people. This is crazy. What are you doing, Your Majesty? Hey, Pop, I'm back. And we're going to cut, and we're going to see something crazy. Oh, they're all stabbing him. Alright, I had to make it a double page because the panel was getting cut off. For those who don't know, I usually read the single at a time pages so I don't get spoiled by like visuals on the left side. But this is a sick panel. The shading here of Harold being completely blacked out like a silhouette is sick. And we see all the guards here looking absolutely like just, some of them are like very confused, some of them are angry, some of them are sad. Like this is cool. What's going on in here, Harold? How can this be? I truly am immortal. I wonder if they specifically had Harold be blacked out like that, a silhouette, kind of to go along with Emu's abilities and the Gorsei and the God's Knight's abilities, where they can like regenerate with the black swirly stuff, and that's why they made him look like that. I can feel my body recovering. Oh wow, this panel of him is sick too. You got the blood all dripping down his neck. Very dramatic shading. Stop it. Run for your lives, men. And he's just gonna do like a Link slash in a circle. And he did. Yep. What can I do to die? Someone help. And Loki and Jarl are shook. So basically, alright, we're just cutting away now. So basically, Harold and I have signed the shallowest of the covenants with this great one in Marie-Joie. The shallowest of the covenants. Okay. This is so fascinating that like Shanks knows Emu. This is crazy. This is so wild. Even with just this Shallow's covenant, we can't resist as long as we're within that freak's range. What an odd power. So once we were out of the Holy Land, we finally had a chance to talk openly. I knew it! You are from the red-haired pirates. Oh, that's so cool. I like that Harold is aware of the red-haired pirates. That's so cool. Harold was delighted about the deal he'd made to get Elbaf added to the government once he was in the Knights of God. But to do that, he has to sign the next level of this covenant. Is that bad or something? Through the covenant, the Holy Knights of God gain superhuman strength and an undying body, as well as the ability to generate an abyss, which is the portals probably. A means of traveling long distance. Okay, the portals. So Shanks doesn't have the portals. Oh, thank you guys. Thanks, Chaozu and Adam. I appreciate you guys with the messages. That means a lot. Trust me, it really does. I did feel a bit like down that I couldn't like lock in on content stuff again. So that those messages really do mean a lot. I thank you. Okay. Through the covenant, the Holy Knights of God gain superhuman strength and an undying body, as well as... Oh, it's weird. It's as well the... Not as well as the... As well... I'll just say as well as. That's just... Yeah. As well as the ability to generate an abyss, a means of traveling long distances. But in exchange, no matter where you are, you cannot defy the orders of the Great One, whose voice will reach you at any range. That's crazy. And the highest level must be the Gorsei then. They must have like something above this. Unless the Gorsei are just the same as the guy. But there's no way. There's no way the Gorsei are just the same. Because there were 3 tiers, right? I thought there were. I thought there were 3 tiers. There were. Hold on. Sorry, I don't mean to go on this tangent. I feel like there was, right? It was in the chapter 67, right? It was in this one, yeah. Yeah. Shallows, Depths, and Abyssal Covenant. Yeah, okay. There were 3. So that's got to be the Gorsei, who have the highest one. Okay. And that's why the Gods Knights can all teleport around. They have the Abyss stuff. Yo, what's up with TJ? What is good? What is good? Appreciate you for the 22 months of being a member. That's crazy, dude. 22 months. Almost 2 years in the dog pound. Will we see Kev transform into standing Kev today? It's very possible. It's very possible. We already got Lelucia'd with our first stream being 5 minutes, which is actually less than 5 minutes. So much fun. But standing Kev is very possible. I mean, we're seeing Shanks talking about Emu. This is already kind of crazy. I can imagine things are going to get insane if we're seeing Shanks talk about Emu. Whose voice will reach you at any range. So if he agrees to the covenant, Harold will be forced to do what those people say. Knowing how greedy they are, I can't imagine they would keep their word and give him what they promised. Okay, so Scopper's thinking, and then Shanks says, I don't think Harold should join the... Huh? And we're seeing a hockey clash, you know, a big hockey clash from the castle, which could be from Harold, could be from Loki. Don't know if it's from Jarl. Don't know if it's from him. Nope, it's Loki and Harold clashing. Peak. All right, so they have to have, like, I'm not going to say they have to have conquerors. It's not impossible, though, right? These two probably do have. That makes sense to me. At least I don't know. Hang on a second, Dad. What am I supposed to react to first? The fact you haven't died with all those wounds? Or the fact that you're trying to kill me and the castle guards? Where's this monster strength coming from? This is interesting. So Loki is like this absurd, super strong guy anyway. And I like the fact that he's noticing, like, oh my god, you are way stronger. It is that's interesting. That's interesting. What happened to you, Harold? Come back to your senses. Guards, to the royal chamber. Help stop the king. He's been taken by madness. Are they fighting? Or it must be that damn Loki. Save the king. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. That they don't even believe Loki could be a good guy. Explain yourself, Harold. What happened? Chief Jarl, I've made a terrible mistake. Very soon, I truly will lose my mind. Dude, the faces, Harold's faces here are so like he's so ashamed of himself. I love this. Like this first one on the right, I've made a terrible mistake. You could see like veins popping out of his head and like sweat dripping, and he's breathing heavy. Like this, but he's so angry, not at anyone but himself. This is awesome. Very soon, I truly will lose my mind. Listen closely, Loki. Do as I say. I want you to tell the people of Elbaf exactly what happened here. Oh, well, this obviously doesn't happen. That I killed my own guards. That I used joining the world government as an excuse to do their dirty bidding. Ultimately, they lied to me. And look at me now. I'm about to hand over the people of Elbaf to the government to be their slaves in battle. What do you mean? They tricked you? They never had any intention of honoring my request, Your Majesty. Oh my god, this paneling here is crazy. I love that Loki's so tall he has to squat. This is awesome. Chief Jarl, feed the treasure of Elbaf to Loki. Oh, that's the fruit. We're going to see the fruit. Oh, this is hype. Okay, this is hype. We've been waiting for this fruit for a hot minute. What? With the power of God, I will be unstoppable. Elbaf, being enslaved by the government, is the very antithesis of my dream. That makes me the worst king in the history of Elbaf. This is so cool. I like that he's so aware. Like, if he thinks about rocks in, like, his dying moments, oh my god, that would be so awesome. So you must kill me to take the throne, Loki. Tell the people what a fool of a king I was. Kill me and be a hero. Once I'm dead, my reputation means nothing to me. All that matters is Elbaf's future. Am I wrong? Oh, this is peak. The phases here are so good. This one here of Harold grabbing Loki right here is so good. You'd really do all this for... Please, Loki. You're the only one who can do it. Oh, he didn't do it. Or are we cutting away? He didn't do it. Wow. Oh, or unless he's going to get the fruit right now, which is possible. So we have Harold going crazy again. His eyes look so empty in this panel here of him attacking all the guards with like a sweeping like slash move. There are criminals within the castle. Your Majesty, seal the front gate. Right away, Your Majesty. You killed them all. You're not the real King Harold. Oh my god, he's getting stabbed through the neck. But I am Harold, and I am now a vassal of the Great One. And his neck is like oh, this is creepy. I love that. No one shall escape to tell the tale of what happened here. It's weird, because now I don't know. His text is different, right? He has this like bold lettering text, which is very different from this text here of there are criminals within the castle. Seal the front gate. Which is him. Which is him. I would imagine. Right away, Your Majesty. They're talking in response to Harold. But then this text, no one shall escape to tell the tale of what happened here. That's different. Maybe he's putting on a voice. Maybe he is literally being controlled by Emu, which is possible. Interesting. Hurry, run. I will give this country over to Emu. That's so crazy that they're just saying Emu. Not the great one, no other thing, you know. This is crazy. Hurry, Loki. Why do I have to eat some devil fruit? Then I won't be able to swim anymore. What's got into him? He's like a totally different person. Okay, no, he is getting controlled, yeah. Don't you dare eat it, Loki. That fruit belongs to me. You just told me to eat it. If you eat that fruit, it will be the end of the world, Harold. Oh, this is Jarl saying this. Do it, Loki. Make sure Harold doesn't get that fruit. And then that's how it happens. The sword in his forehead. You gave me that blade years ago, Jarl. Now you can have it back. Oh my god. That was awesome. I'll eat that fruit and take Ragnir for myself. Oh, so the hammer. Okay, we're getting back on that too. You cannot have it. Whoa. Oh my god, Shanks. Shanks and Scopper. Okay, this is hype. This is hype. Okay, Shanks and Scopper. It's Gabon. Jarl, what's happened to you? The helmet saved my life. Please stop. Please stop Harold. Don't let him go after Loki. Based on what you said, it looks like the worst case scenario has come to pass. Harold, look around you. Come to your senses. This is so... Shanks is saying stuff and doing stuff. This is insane. Ah, Shanks. This undying body is a wonderful thing. I feel superior to all other life. Damn it. Damn it. Is there any way to break the control over him? This is crazy. Like, in this panel right here, Shanks looks like a young Roger, or like even Ace. He kind of looks like Ace because of the hair. It's so cool. This is that storied relic of Elbaf, the forbidden devil fruit. Oh, whoa! Who did that? Oh, Ragnir's alive, which makes sense. It's like Mjolnir. You know, you can grab it. It can come to you. That's cool. I like that. So it seems like Ragnir's alive. I mean, the hammer itself is like has little shaky lines around it. It could be an invisible person in here, but I doubt that. Because this is... I don't want to say Absalom could not get the fruit at this point, but like it's not impossible. So it could be an invisible fruit. No, that wouldn't make sense. Ragnar is still a thing. So this Ragnar itself has a fruit, I guess. Unless Ragnar itself can like move around. All right, that was a banger chapter. That was really good. First, let me edit the text. So we just finished chapter 1169. That was a great chapter. I really liked the scene with Harold and Loki talking to one another. The stuff with Shanks talking to Scopper was also really cool. Overall, that was a great chapter. Yeah, I don't know what I would give it off the top of my head. I would probably give it like an 8 at least. That was a good chapter, very solid chapter. We got some lore. We got a very emotional moment, and I feel like this chapter could easily one up that. So let's look into that. And we got the mystery of what's up with the hammer, and we're gonna see the fruit probably in this chapter. That'd be sick. All right, chapter 1170 is called Contrary. Very curious as to why. That's a bit more vague than the other ones. And we got Jinbei, of course. I guess this is literally Luffy, Nami, Usopp, Zoro Sanji, and Chopper. Very small Chopper. And Robin, who's like an adult. So this is cute. All right, let's go. Oh, TJ, what you saying? I need a Kev and Dax discussion video or stream. Hey, I would love to do that, man. I would love to do that. You know, Dak actually, fun fact, while I was busy for the past month or so, Dak actually texted me, so shout out to him. Because he was, he was hoping I was all right, which I really appreciated. He messaged me. Are you actually 2 chapters behind right now? Which is fair, I mean, and that first chapter was a banger. Yeah. And I gave Dak a little insight into what I was working on and, things that were going on in my life. So I appreciated him for reaching out. All right. We are now continuing with the chapter. Okay. The hammer flies forward into this column or this pillar or whatever. Smashing it, breaking it in half. This is hype. This is already pretty hype. All right. Excuse me. Okay, we should be good now. Bastard. Hey, who threw this hammer at me? Come out and show yourself. I know they're in here, but I might as well get that devil fruit now. I like that. We're so cooked, right? We're so cooked, and we're so deep in the rabbit hole of One Piece that, like, my immediate thought was that this hammer is alive. That's crazy. That's so crazy. And it seems like it is. It seems like it's alive. Or maybe it has some latent haki, kind of like Enma. That'd be cool. All right, so the hammer's like shaking around in the ground. Shaking around the ground, which is fun. That is fun. Oh, okay, the hammer is just like cracking the ground and it all breaks open. And Loki's doing like a comedic, like, honestly, it looks like the Gear 5 pose, which is crazy. But it's obviously kind of like the cartoonish run pose as well. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way it's that heavy. Is this castle falling apart or something? Oof, oof. All right, and we cut away back to Harold and Shanks. And it's weird. I'm not even like a Shanks guy, but this is like hype, seeing Shanks do stuff. I mean, of course it is. It's Shanks. You waste your time, Loki. That devil fruit is a national treasure. It has lain dormant for centuries. So it's not the invisibility fruit. Not because no one chose to eat it, but because no one could eat it. Not a single one of them was chosen by Ragnir. But with the strength I now possess. Oh, Scopper and Shanks attacking Harold. Crazy. Crazy, bro. He suffers immense pain from his wounds, and the recovery effect is drastically slowed down. This is wild. Yo, what's good, Mars? I hope you're doing well as well, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Brandon King says, you're going to catch up on Fiona Cake on stream. Have you already caught up? Honestly, I'm going to be so for real with you right now. The stuff that was going on started mid-November, like while the show was releasing. So I specifically was like, all right, I'm not in like the headspace where I want to watch the show because I'm obviously going to be annoyed by the 2 other things going on right now. So I have not, watched the remaining half of the show. I still have episodes 6 through 10 that I haven't seen. So I'm hoping to do those as like reactions as well. So yeah, I'm hoping to do that later. Yeah. I know one thing, and that's it, really. I know one thing, and I'm going to be vague on that. It's so crazy seeing Shanks doing stuff. It's so crazy. Give him enough consecutive hits, and we can manage to knock him out of commission. If these guys have any weaknesses, it's against those of us who can infuse our attacks with the color of the Supreme King. Okay, so the hockey is like what's gonna take down the God's Knights, and that's what Scopper was alluding to when it comes like the next level of hockey. That's what it's alluding to. Gabon. You really dare make an enemy out of me? Whoa. Of course I do. I can't let you roam free in this state of madness. How do you know the weaknesses of the Knights of God, Gabon? They came after us several times, trying to take you back. We know you have a child with red hair. He must be the son of our commander. Hand the boy over. Each time they did, we beat them black and blue. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. That is hype. That is real, genuine. Okay. That is what I'm talking about. That right there. That's what's up. Seeing Scopper talking about how he's dealt with these bums before. He is so tired of dealing with these bums. He's tired of it. He knows the weaknesses of people like Somers. That's why he was able to just clear him for no reason. Each time they did, we beat them black and blue. And that's insane. That is insane to think about, because that shows that the God's Knights knew that Shanks was there the whole time. He knew. Well, not he. Garling knew. But they knew. They all knew. And they had this potential with Shanks. They were like, we can use this kid. But they didn't let them do that. They didn't let them. And that's so crazy. Like this is wild. I wonder if Shanks feels bad about that. He has to. Like, he is obviously lying with the God's Knights. He has to be lying. You know, we know he is. We know he's lying. And this has to eat him up inside, knowing that, like, oh, because of me, all these people who cared about me were in danger. That's going to, like, destroy him. I hope. Each time they did, we beat them black and blue. That's so fire. All right. Yeah, Standing Kev has appeared. Yeah. I'll sit down, though. No, I won't. Now that you mention it, I seem to remember that Somers guy saying something like that. Of course Somers is the one. Yep. Just some fond memories of the distant past. I was surprised to learn that there was a proper combat force in the Holy Land. Force in the Holy Land, though. I assume those celestial dragons were all chumps. Yeah, they hardly ever come down to our world. They really believe they're gods. Makes me shiver to think of the life I might have had. That's like, yes. The life I might have had. We call that fate. I want to save Harold somehow, Gabon. Yeah, but you were the one who taught me about the despair of what it means to become a Knight of God. Seems like Loki's our only hope. That panel of Shanks is crazy. Like, young Shanks doing stuff. Wild. Alright, I'm sitting down now. Young Shanks doing things. Insane, guys. Insane. Shanks is doing stuff. Alright. Let me squat it down again. We're good. Seems like Loki's our only hope. I want to save Harold somehow. That's... Yes. You know what I would love? What I would really love right now. Not right now. That's not going to happen. I don't know what I'm thinking. So obviously Shanks has very deep connections with the Giants, right? This is very deep. This is years, many years. He's still in Elbaf. He has this connection. This is cool, right? I hope that somehow Blackbeard and San Juan Wolf, like, I want to see, like, more. I want to know more about their possible connection, you know? Because San Juan Wolf, he's the most giant ever, you know? And I'm very curious to see how, what could have, what's his backstory? What's San Juan Wolf's backstory? And I can't believe that's what I'm thinking about right now when Shanks and Scopper are here doing stuff. But I don't know. I think the parallels, the thematics there could be cool. Seems like Loki's our only hope. I keep telling you, get out of my way, stupid hammer. The hammer's wheezing. That's so cute. Does this mean you're supposed to be the guardian of the national treasure? How does a hammer move on its own? What's your deal anyway? Just give it a rest. That's so cool. The panel of the two hammers and the one's breaking completely. Sick. Ah, my hammer. Oh, it's like a squirrel. That's so cute. Okay. So the hammer's like a little squirrel guy. I get that could be like a reference to like a Ratatoskr, you know, which is like a Norse god. That's a squirrel. I think that could definitely be it. Be gone. How do we end this fight? Oh, how do we end this fight? He's got Supreme King Hockey too. That's a first. Is he the first giant with conquerors? Seriously? Seriously? He's the first one with conquerors. Guards, find some way to hold Harold back. You must not let Harold have that devil fruit. Oh my god, dude. That panel, the layout. The fact that there's this curved arch right here on this panel. And we see Harold. He's like lumbering like he's like Frankenstein. It's crazy. He doesn't even look alive. He has so many things all inside of his chest. All right. Oh, he ate the fruit. He ate the fruit. I got the fruit is so small because his hand is huge. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, what's happening? He's got claws. He's got claws. He's got like something. I don't know what this is. There's like a panel of spiky things growing. Or maybe it's his teeth. Maybe it's like part of his body. But he's got claws though on his hands. Wow. Oh, he's massive. And he's got like those crazy like kind of Gorosei eyes from when they were first revealed as creatures in Emu's throne room. Okay, this is crazy. And the little squirrel is so happy. Yeah, you can't even see what the fruit looks like. Exactly. Dun 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 dun. Is he like running? He's running, I guess. This like creature or whatever. So you ate it, Loki. Then show me that legendary power. Wow, this is a chaotic 2 pages here. So many panels of action are happening. Show me that legendary power. Oh my god, he just slams him into the wall. Oh, that's sick. Oh, he has claws. He like scraped his face and his whole body. Yeah, no. I like that this is all from Loki's perspective for the most part. So we have this panel here, though, which is a shot of a silhouette of Loki. But it's at the very bottom, we see the claw hand grabbing Harold's head. Interesting. And then he shrinks down. So he grows as a creature as well, which isn't shocking. Loki's got conquerors, too. He's got conquerors, unless the hammer itself is conquerors, the squirrel. I knew it, Loki. You possess the blood of the Supreme King. Interesting. Blood of the Supreme King. Are you back to your senses now? Only for the moment. Don't be mistaken. Look around us. Oh, I need to lower this bit. Cool. Look around us. There's no undoing what I've already done. But you're being controlled. Not exactly. I suspect that my very thoughts are being influenced by someone else. I'm beginning to think of myself as a god. That's horrific. That is horrific. He's like, he's not even being controlled anymore. It's just he's messed with his brain so much that he's just like, oh, this is just how I've always been. That's crazy. I know that you will do an admirable job of pulling Elbaf in your wake. Make sure you get along with your brother. Yep, of course. It all comes back to the brothers. Just so you know, you're scum of the earth. Forcing your son to end your own life? Even the lowest excuse of a father wouldn't do that. There's one other thing I forgot to say. Thank you for what you did for Ida. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, that's good. That's good. I'm not reading that. I felt a chill in my chest. That's good. Why? Burning down the brewer's village won't bring her back, but I'm grateful that you felt that way. Wow. Now hurry, before it takes control over again. Oh, before the control takes over again. I'll never forgive you for this. How dare you force me to do this dirty work? I love you too, son. Oh my god. Oh my god. After that stuff with Ida and then that. And we see this little flash of lightning here, like a little static electricity of hockey. And then an explosion of lightning. Which to me confirms that Ragnir is obviously meant to be like a Mjolnir, you know, like with the lightning, you know. That's sick. Wow. Oh my god, what a double page spread. Wow. Wow. Gorgeous panel here. We see Harold's body literally breaking apart like glass. How cool is that? How cool is that? And the lighting here, the light, because this is all lightning, obviously, it's light, a light source. The shading here is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Like, we see Loki's cape, how detailed it is. We see Harold's, even like his shattered, you know, sections are all shaded really well. The mustache, the face, bro. And I love that we don't see Loki's face. We don't get to see his emotion here until down here where he's sobbing. Loki, my son, all that matters is Elbaf's future. And we see Loki crying again. Ooh, heavy. Heavy stuff here. This is a banger chapter. This is even better than the last one. I don't know why I was going to say it might be. This is better than the last one. This is great. I'm going to give this a 9. Definite 9 there. That was a banger chapter. Banger. Let me edit that. Chapter 1171. Ragnir. Oh, this is adorable. Zorro getting cat ears as a headband. That is super cute. All right. Ragnar. That was a banger chapter. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So good. So good. I feel as though, like, if excuse me. So the flashback's got to be over soon. Like, we just saw Harold die. We just saw him die. I like that, TJ. That's a good point. It's so sad because Harold was humbled and realized that he wasn't any different from a human. But now Emu is forcing him to feel superior. That's a great point. It's like a full circle thing because we were introduced to Harold as this awful person, you know? And now he's such a good guy. All right. I've had a terrible vision, plain as day, of Harold venturing forth from this castle and laying waste to the world until it was nothing but ruins. It's hard to imagine, with the way his wounds healed themselves, that there was actually a means to stop him. I like that we're getting this narration over the destruction of the castle. How it started the whole arc, this destroyed castle. Very cool. Does the treasure of Elbaf really have such power, Jarl? Not that I have heard. But it chills my spine to think of what might have happened had Loki not been here. And Shanks is thinking. She's in his bag. It's what I'm telling you. He's in his bag. Once I am in the Knights of God, dawn will come to Elbaf. Dawn? Oh, Garling. Young Garling. Speak your desire, and whatever it is, you shall have it. You've been so deprived, my poor son. Those miserable peons are not people. Forget what happened in the lower world. And he's just grabbing his arm. He's grabbing his arm. It's almost like Nami. This crazy parallel. Like, maybe it is. I mean, Nami had her tattoo on this arm as well. So maybe it is kind of meant to be like that. Like, the tattoo, it's like, oh, the symbol that I hate so much. I need to get rid of this and be free. And fittingly enough, Luffy was the thing that freed both Shanks's arm and Nami's, tattoo. Her symbol of her, like, being forced into this position. Very cool. Very cool, Oda. Shanks. Hey, Shanks. No, stop it. That's your bad habit again. Don't you dare regret your birth. But why did Harold have to die? He was too pure-hearted to deserve that. If only I'd... It's not your fault, and you know it. You still have a role to play, Shanks. I guarantee it. Everyone's life has meaning, but you have to keep a level head. This is what he gets for loving his country. This is an amazing panel of Loki and Harold here. Amazing panel. It's a cruel joke. And of course, Loki doesn't want his dad to be seen like this, so he puts his cape over it. Oh my God. So good. This is so good. That was an Marie Joie. Marie Joie. Okay. That was an exceedingly rare ancient giant warrior, given even greater power and an immortal body. That was nothing short. Oh, this is Emu talking. Oh, that was nothing short of a monster. And now sayest it was killed? By whom? What is in Elbaf? We shall have it investigated. Harold's abyss in Elbaf remains intact. Enough! It will only be the death of more knights. Performing the covenant inflicts... Oh, whoa. Okay. Performing the covenant inflicts a cost upon Mu as well. That's big. That is big. So Emu has, like, levels. There are levels to this game. Breathing all heavy, panting. Harold chose to debase himself before humankind, to connect his country to other lands and peoples. This made him a heretic. His are a tribe of warriors, whose every drop of blood calls out for battle. Carelessly incorporating them into the government will lead to internal collapse. An ancient giant king of Elbaf who agrees to the covenant is a gift to Mu, the likes of which shall not be seen again. He was a king that Elbaf never should have had, and see what came of it? History does not lie. Our kinds are incompatible. Never forget. Okay. So, what does this mean? What does this mean? What's that mean, Oda? What's that mean? Never forget that Elbaf is D. what are we talking about? Are we saying now that a whole location can be will of D? A whole location? A whole like race of people? Because it says here, our kinds are incompatible. Thank you, Ichiro Yoda. Ichiro Yoda. Funny name, but I know this is fine. As I am reading this off of Viz.com, Shonen Jump. I know this is fine. So, never forget that Elbaf is D. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not skipping past that. That's insane. What are the ramifications of what just said? What are the ramifications of this? The giants are seen as D, like, and the D will cause a storm. Now it's saying that, like, implying, like, the giants could all have the will of D, which is fair. Very fair. However, I feel as though, like, they must be connected to what the cause of the will of D was, you know, like the people who made the will of D, the people of D, you know, whatever that is, we still don't really know. So Elbaf must have had some kind of connection to the will of D. This is crazy. This is crazy. Also, this too is fascinating. Harold chose to debase himself before humankind, to connect his country to other lands and peoples. This made him a heretic. What does that mean? What does that mean? To debase himself is to unite with other people. You know, like this, that's fascinating. And Emu, obviously, I'm going to imagine, many, many, many years ago, was in the same situation where he had to unite with people, and then he became the one on top. Or they, whatever. You know what I mean. We don't know if Emu's a girl or a guy or whatever. So, Emu chose to... This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Emu chose to, like, be greater than others, you know? And so Emu's saying this made him a heretic, Harold, a heretic, by wanting to unite with other people. Fascinating. History does not lie. Our kinds are incompatible. I'm very curious how this is going to pan out. Never forget that Elbaf is D. That's got to be the end of the flashback. This is ending very soon. This chapter probably is the end. Alright. Sitting down again. That is wild. That is wild. That is wild. Loki. Alright. We're probably having Jarl and Loki talk right now. Loki, this news will lead to great unrest in the kingdom. I'm going out to sea, Gramps. I'll take all the surviving guards with me. Oh. So the guards can't even spread that it's... Oh, that's interesting. And what of Harold's wishes? Tell the people of Elbaf exactly what happened here. That's not happening. You know I can't tell them. Listen closely. Alright, we got Shanks, we got the guards, Jarl, Scopper, Loki. Okay. Don't speak a word of what happened here. To anyone. Do you understand who they'll blame for it? How's that any different than usual? Do you really see a future where I become king and carry on my old man's ideals? But there are other ways I can live up to him. I'll take the powers I have and go avenge my dad and his soldiers. He's so badass, bro. There are other ways I can live up to him is so fire. That is so fire. Now you're talking nonsense, Loki. The world government is a colossal organization. It's a task far beyond anything you can imagine. And he just leaves. He just leaves. And Shanks and Scott are just silent. A terrible disaster. Terrible misfortune. Our castle has been attacked. Your Majesty. So I sailed right off the island. Oh, we're present time. Present time. The flashback is over. So you know what? Phenomenal. Phenomenal flashback. One of the best in the series. So good. So much depth. So much world building. So much emotion. Oh my god. And like the fact that it was basically two backstories that were both great in one, insane. There were so many moments. Like, it's crazy because like Rox took up like a solid third or half of the flashback in the middle section. But Loki himself was so good. Like, the scene of him being thrown off the tree as a baby and then him climbing up, unreal. Unreal. That was like, that was the thing. That was the thing. They're like, oh, we're just going to kill the baby. We're just going to kill the baby, chuck it off, and he's alive. And the stuff with his mom, the stuff with Ida, the fact that Harold said to him, thank you for avenging Ida and burning down Estrid's village. Insane. Insane. Like, and that's just the stuff with Loki and Harold. All the stuff with Rox was phenomenal. Like, it was this constant whirlwind of just stuff I never could have imagined. Like Shockey being so important, insane. Insane. The fact that we now might know who Luffy's mom is with Tritoma. The fact that's like a thing that's brewing. Insane. Dragon. Like, dude. Unreal. Shanks in this flashback was phenomenal. So good. What a great way to develop his character. Because we saw him in God Valley as a little baby. So we have that, like, ooh. And then we see some of the build-up here. The stuff with him wanting to get rid of this tattoo. He want to rip it off. You know, like Nami. Genius. What a way to make us think back to the beginning of the story while reincorporating these themes from the beginning. So smart. So smart. Unreal. One of the best in the series. I can't wait. The volume where the Rox Pirates are on the cover, instant buy. Not even a question. I'm sure that by the time you returned home, Hyrule, I'd been fully transformed into Loki, the Father Slayer, in the public's eye. I certainly did enough to convince them I was capable of it. However, I'm not so far gone that I'd celebrate killing my own dad. I just didn't want everything he did to be undone because of what happened in the end. Or do you still think I should have told the country everything? Hyrule silent. It's all true, Hyrule. Luffy. I missed you. Oh my god. We haven't seen him in like 5 months. I swear to God. Luffy's in the story. Insane. Do you get it now? I didn't want to have to dredge this all back up. I now understand why Chief Jarl argued for your clemency and continued to protect you. In short, Father chose death over the manipulations of the world government. And ever since then, the government has been Elbaf's enemy? How do they manipulate him like that? As a matter of fact, these newly arrived Holy Knights of God played a pivotal role in Harold's story. But Loki still doesn't know exactly what happened to Harold in the Holy Land. If you need more detail, are we going back into the flashback? Seriously? If you need more details, I can explain. That won't be necessary for now, Mr. Ya. I don't need a reason to protect my homeland. That's sick. Sanji's just smoking a cigarette. Oh, we're unchaining Loki. He's breaking free. We're gonna see the fruit. We're gonna see the happy little squirrel. This is gonna be awesome. If we see eye to eye about anything, Loki, it's love for our father. Allow me to apologize for that, if nothing else. Now fight with me, for Elbaf's sake. Oh, this is sick. Luffy. I love this shading here. The shading here of Loki. Like, we can't even see his eyes, because we know he has the cursed eyeballs. But his face is so much detail. Like, the shading, like, around this area here. Like, you could see, like, his brow furrows underneath the tape. Like, he's so, like, I'm free. You know, this realization. His lips are, like, quivering a little as well. Awesome. Yeah, way to go, Loki. Now you can fight. Oh my god, Luffy's doing stuff. Alright, we have this massive creature plummet off the sky. Oh, it's the skeleton drawing. Wow, it's been a hot minute since we've seen these drawings. It's even crazier that Emu's on top of that tree. Insane. That's it. That's what's raging up above. There's a whole bunch of them. Where did it come from? Is that a Draugr? But those aren't real. Sounds like the perfect warm-up. You go on ahead. I can fly up. What is that thing? Loki can fly up? What is his fruit, bro? He can fly? Okay. What's going on up there? Make it snappy, Hyrule. Hey, Loki. We used to think you were a real bastard who killed his own father. Sorry about that. But only for this one thing. All of your many other crimes still count. Just shut up and go. No one asked you to say all this. Stretching. This is amazing. I can move again. I'm free. And Luffy's laughing again. This is awesome. Hey, ship doctor. I appreciate your help here, but I'm concerned about my son. Oh, right, sure. Nice and gentle, Sanji. Yeah, I know. Weren't you going to stay here? What are you doing up here? I want to see how you fight. All right, then. Show off your power. Ragnir. Whoa. Oh, it's like an elemental. It's like elemental. Because that was... He had a lightning attack. And now he has an ice attack. And Nibelheim. Very cool. That's where the frost giants are from. If I remember correctly. I will make sure. Because I'm a nerd. Alright, well, it is also a town of Final Fantasy VII. I knew that. But let's look up Nibelheim Vikings. Yep, primordial realm of ice and cold. Yep, perfect. I was correct. So, he froze the drawing. Interesting. I wonder if that means it is elemental. That would be cool. Alright, sick. We're going to see Loki do stuff. This is awesome. I hope this whole chat... Bon Clay. Bon Clay. Bon Clay. Bon Clay. Wow. Wow. I did not expect on my first chapter back, Bon Clay is on the cover page. Maybe Oda's doing this to help hype up season 2 of the live action, dropping next month. My goat, Bon Clay, definitely going to be in it. He's got to be in it. Bon Clay. That's what I'm talking about. That right there. That's real goat talk right there. How long has it been since we've seen this guy? How long has it been since we've seen Bon Clay? like Impel Down, the Impel Down cover page. How long ago was that? How long has it been? How long? Like, I swear it's been a ridiculous amount of time. What chapter was this? 666. It's been 500 chapters since we've seen this guy? No way, bro. No way. No way. That's crazy. The Impel Down cover page. 500 plus chapters. And oh my god. Oh my god. My goat is back. My goat is back. Reader request, swans helping themselves to Bon Clay's makeup. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We have a Bon Clay emote, right? We do? We do. I'm fairly certain we do. Oh my. Mute that right now. Mute that right now. Bon Clay emote in the chat. Guys, let's yep, the Bon Clay emote. Let's send that all in the chat. Wow. What a crazy, like, first chapter I'm back, Bon Clay. What are the odds? What are the odds? The Elbaf I Dreamed Of. Beautiful title. Beautiful title, you know. All right. Present time. Present time. He's about to make up for lost time. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's about to make up for lost time. All right, we are, wow, we're in the present. We are in the present. They're going up to see Emu. Crazy. Crazy. So Scopper is with the Giant, Sanji, and Chopper. Our foes number 3. And their mission is to kidnap 10 giant children. They mean to take the children to the Holy Land and use them as hostages, to coerce the warriors of Elbaf into being their battle slaves. Oh, Zoro's here too. Okay. I thought Zoro was still down there. How can a mere trio of humans run rampant over both the giant pirates and Mr. Ya? I'm sorry. I failed you, plain and simple. You say children, but these are giants, right? How are 3 humans our size going to carry these giant kids? The woman of the trio has a strange power using arrows. It seems that wherever these arrows point, the children are helpless to resist them. They are walking ceaselessly towards the port in the western village. If they get to the boat, they can lose us at sea, and then it's all over. That's the true endpoint of the situation. But if that's all, then why can we not simply take the children back? One of the 3 is a man named Sommers. I know him, unfortunately. A man with the powers of the thorn fruit. As a thorn man, he makes free use of vicious, spiky vines. He can make them invisible, too, and has wrapped them around the children. And that means we can't pick them up? How sadistic. Aye, and they're hard as steel. If we interfere with the line of children, they'll bump into each other and harm one another like hedgehogs. On top of that, the final member of the trio is the most likely manifesting nightmares as real creatures. The children's greatest fears have come to life to prevent any attempt to save them. This is obviously mostly catch-up for now, but I'm curious where we're going to go with this. Alright, I don't know why I'm not being able to zoom out. Alright, there we go. The irony is, why can I not drag the thing? Alright, there we go. The irony is, the children are simply walking in a line in broad daylight, but we're unable to do anything to help them. All due to the game created by the 3 powers working together. Not so. We will save them. Seems quicker to aim for the 3 causing all the problems. You say they're immortal. Oh yeah, this dude's drunk still. You say they're immortal, but there has to be some way to stop them. Like trapping them in something, or crushing them, or eating them. Haha. Yes, I agree with that. What? I agree with that. What? We're nearly to the sun world. Oh, we're gonna get a crazy double page spread, surely. Huh? Okay, a dragon, a knight. Not a double page, but a lot of page taken up. A dragon and a knight. It's beyond anything I imagined. Is there no limit to these nightmare monsters? Look over there. Is that the Great Eric? Oh yeah, the thing from... I remember that too. Dorian Brogy's crew was on board. Oh my god, they don't know that Dorian Brogy are possessed. This is going to be hype. Okay. I like that the sun god drawing is still there. That's fun. They don't know that Emu's there. They don't know that Dorian Brogy's there. This is going to be great. But the monsters downed the ship as they fought back. Unthinkable. Is that Irudine? Kashi, you're alive. We've been down in the underworld. Tell us what's happening. It's hard to believe, but I'll try to explain. Captains Dory and Brogy are going to kill Chief Jarl? You have to stop them. Everyone's gone completely mad. What about the children, Kashi? Ripley's got a group chasing after them, but we haven't had any word about success or not. They should have reached the port by now. Oh, and you, Rodo. What about me? Bjorn's there? I have to go. My brother's one of the hostages. Rodo. I'll go with him. Yeah, me too. Hey, Kashi, which way is the school? I like that Sanji's talking to Kashi. I like that. Little Water 7 callback. Which way is the school? Apparently Nami's group is near it. You see that fire? That's the school and library burning. Why are they on fire? You said that Dory and Brogy have gone mad? That's right. If Sanji and Zoro fight them, oh my god, that would be so... that would be so good. That's right. That's right. Okay. I didn't think about the possibility of Sanji and Zoro. I mean, Zoro and Sanji. I don't know why I said Sanji and Zoro. That's weird. Zoro and Sanji fighting Dory and Brogy would be the most hype possible outcome. That would be so ridiculously hype. I need that to happen so bad. So bad. Ooh, that would be so amazing. Please, you must hurry. Chief Jarl's life is in danger. All right, we got a big old map. Is this whole thing just a map? Oh, we're cutting away to so many different perspectives. All the X's are like these panels here. This is crazy. The Wawa School and library are burning. By the library, the Straw Hat crew. Jinbei, you're still tied up, bro. Alright, Robin at least has an excuse with the thorns. But Jinbei, you're Jinbei. You are literally Jinbei, okay? You should not be tied up. No offense to Usopp and Nami. No offense to them. No offense. Like, they're not Jinbei. You know? Chopper's still not back, and Brook got some kind of idea in his head and ran off with Gunko. They're taking the children. Get these arrows off of me. Oh, they're tied up in Gunko's arrows. Okay, never mind. Damn it. I never wanted to see Master Dory and Master Brogy like that. The library's burning. I like that Robin's so focused on, like, the library. Kill Jarl. Captains, please stop. Come back to your senses. Under the power of Domi Reversi, the giant pirates head for the western village. Alright, Ripley and Oimo. Yo, big up Oimo. We're coming for you, kids. Get those monsters out of the way. The hostage children. We're going to be at the port soon, and then, don't whine. You're warriors of Elbaf. But we're not warriors. And the western village. With Jarl. It's time to flee, Chief Jarl. There's no reasoning with Captain Dory and Captain Brogy right now. No, you should flee if you wish. I will stay. I have something to say to Elbaf. Alright, we got a Den Mushi. What's gonna happen here? Hear me, Elbaf. I wish to tell you everything before I die. Is that Chief Jarl? Our old liege, wise King Harold, wished to bring Elbaf into the world government so that we might coexist with the rest of the world. Emu's listening, through Gunko, but still. But on that fateful day, 14 years ago, he was betrayed and denied his wish. Chief Jarl. I witnessed a demon slaughter Harold and the rest of his soldiers. Harold resisted bending the knee and handing Elbaf over to the demon. He fought and he died. What? I thought Loki killed the king. But if the people learned the truth, they would rise up in vengeance and become the warfaring nation that Harold did not desire. So I held my silence. Loki, meanwhile, bore the rage of the nation upon his back and took to the sea. He may be a tactless man, but Loki is innocent. Bit inaccurate, but a nice turn of phrase. Nicer than he deserves. What? It's funny looking at some of these giant, the giant Viking people. This guy's got horns. This is an ancient giant guy. That's fun. That's fun. Alright. How are we continuing? Okay. This is crazy. This is a sick shot of the three. But today, it seems that though they had initially given... It seems that though they had given up initially, they once again require our massive power. And thus, 3 demons have come back in an attempt to take over our country. Yeah. I should take a nap and still complete the mission at this point. Listen up, you devils. If you spare the children's lives, we will freely give up our culture and history. But if you think you've broken our spirits, you are sorely mistaken. Do not expect Harold's patience from us. You think you can rule over us and enslave us? Who do you think you're talking to? I'm sorry, children. I must ask you to cover your ears now. That's right, Jarl. You tell him. The Elbaf I dreamed of doesn't bow to anyone. Yeah, Usopp. Yeah, Usopp. If the world is destined to be split in two, as the Harley's prophecy suggests, then Elbaf shall be an enemy to the world government. Sick. Did you think that thorns, reversey, and illusions would cause us to submit to your yoke? I like that old man. 3 centuries ago, he was the strongest man on the sea. We will never give in to your rule. Am I wrong, all you proud warriors of Elbaf? You're damn right, Chief Jarl. You're damn right. The Elbaf I love is back. The Elbaf I love is back. Usopp's going crazy right now. Fine. Just think of a way to undo these arrows. Protect the peace that Harold envisioned. We've caught up. Watch out. Watch out that they don't trap you between them. And Zoro, with an evil smile. I've got a plan. Yes. So we have to get Zoro and Sanji versus Dory and Brogy. We have to. It's like inevitable. It's inevitable. Like, I need it so bad. Is Sanji going after Nami, though? Like, I wonder. I wonder. Where is Sanji going? I wonder where. I wonder where. Cause hey Kashi, which way is the school? Probably Nami's group is near it. Okay, there. Alright. The school is nowhere near. But the school is nowhere unless that could be Emu. But I doubt it. I doubt it. That's definitely Dorian Broggie. Yeah, that's gotta be. The two massive giant that's Dorian Broggie. So that's Dorian Broggie. Sanji is not heading in the way of Dorian Broggie, which that I'm not particularly a fan of. I mean, I get it. He wants to make sure Nami's okay. I get it. But at the same exact time, dude, the the duo on duo fight potential here is so good. It's so good. Now, realistically, do I think they can win? Maybe. I don't think that would be an easy fight by any means. These like enhanced Dorian Broggie, I don't know if Zoro and Sanji can beat them. Like I'm not even trying to hate. I'm not trying to hate. But that would be really cool. That'd be really cool. The biggest theory going around is Zoro's plan is to ask Dorian Broggie which of them is stronger, so their need to brawl interferes with what Emu is doing. It would be a nice callback to the start of Zoro and Sanji's rivalry in Little Garden. Now, that would be phenomenal. I love that idea. I love that idea. And that would show that their wills are stronger than Emu's control, which I think is totally true. If they were fighting for 100 years, I think it was 100 years, but a ridiculous amount of time. A ridiculous amount of time. If they were fighting for that long, then that drive to fight with one another has to be stronger than Emu's control. If it was that long, I think it would be funny if Zoro could lodge a giant sword into Dorian Broggie's head, causing them to think the other is Jarl. Rage baiting them would be perfect, though. Yeah, I really like that idea, Brandon King, with him telling them like which of them is stronger. That'd be sick. This was a great section of chapters. Obviously, this one was a lot of setup. It's been a hot minute since we've seen these characters, and we're setting the stage again. We had the map. We were setting up the stakes. It makes sense. We have this really motivational speech here by Jarl, which was awesome. I like that he reframed the speech to be focused on the idea that Loki is innocent, but not that Harold was mind-controlled. He said, I witnessed a demon slaughter Harold, which technically did happen, in a metaphorical way. Harold, the man, not the man, Harold, like the soul of Harold, was being killed. But the body, was destroyed by Loki. My favorite theory, though, is Zoro gets Domi reversied after trying to help and becomes the king of hell. Sanji now has to stop Zoro. That would be cool, too. I mean, that would be a great way to pay off that sting from Wano. Like, if I become... it would be the reverse, actually, of what Sanji said. Yeah, Sanji now has to stop Zoro, the opposite of their promise. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I like that. My money is on Zoro's plan is to cut, I don't know what, but he's going to cut something or someone. Maybe just to conquer Saki Slash. I wonder if Brook and Zoro can't be Domi reversed due to having contracts with the underworld. That'd be cool. Obviously with Brook, it's a lot more literal, But with Zoro, I mean, that would be cool. That'd be cool. That was a great chapter. That was another good one. Not as good as 70. 1170 was great. I think was the best one of the ones we read, realistically. This was really good, though. This was probably going to get like a 7 or an 8. Enjoyable chapter. A lot of setup. I think the highlight was definitely the speech. That was definitely the highlight. I'm going to give this one a 7. However, Bon Clay, you might bump it up to an 8. Bon Clay out of 10, you know. Yeah, I think 1170 was the best one of the 4 today. However, 1171 was really good. Elbaf is D. What does that mean? What are we talking about there? You know? And this too. Do you really see a future where I become king and carry on my old man's ideals? But there are other ways I can live up to him. Fire. Fire. I like the capitalized Ja Rule instead of Jarl. Jarl Rule, you know. Yeah, that was great. That was a great run of chapters. Thoroughly enjoyable. And guess what, guys? Somehow there's a chapter next week. Somehow. So we will be back next week. Next Sunday at an earlier time. It is pitch black outside, but that's just because it's winter time. You know how it is. So I do want to give you guys some little updates on what's been going on. So firstly, I am going to be going to Anime Expo again this year. So if any of you are going to Anime Expo in the summertime, please let me know. I'm going to be going with some YouTube people that you may know as well. So it's going to be a really fun time. I'm very excited. I absolutely loved going to Anime Expo last year. I went on my own and, met people there. But this time I'm going to be, in a hotel with a bunch of people. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. But this is a new development. I'm going to be going to EVO this year. Now, for those of you who don't know what EVO is like the fighting game tournament convention thing. It is huge. It is a massive deal. To me, this has been a bucket list item. Pretty much since I was a kid. I don't know how long I've been watching EVO, but a while. As you might imagine, a while. I'm going to be going with some friends, and that is literally the week before Anime Expo. So I'm going to be in Vegas as well, which is crazy. Very, very busy summertime for me, which is awesome. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I feel as though, I don't know. I just want to try and do more stuff, in general. And EVO's been like a bucket list thing. And when I heard some friends of mine were considering going this year, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I want to go this year, So I'm going. And from EVO, I'll be heading to, let me remove that real quick. From EVO, I'll be heading to Anime Expo. So I'll be having a whole West Coast experience for a few weeks, which is crazy. Very excited. Very, very excited. And as I mentioned previously, I was busy with some life stuff. I'm not going to get into that. Don't need to. But regardless, what I am going to tell you is that I'm working on a thing. And I'm very excited for this thing. I'm very excited. It's been a thing I've been working on for a hot minute. So, I'm hoping to get it done by July, by the summertime. And I think I can. It's a project I've been working on for a hot minute. I am eager to tell you guys more info about it when things get further in development. But all I'll say is that keep an eye out or an ear out if I ever bring up something like that, because I am very, very much excited for that as well. Very excited. And obviously it has been a hot minute since I've done content creation stuff, so I'm going to give you guys kind of a rundown of what I plan to do in the future. So we're obviously going to cut back to doing the streams and stuff. Like I said, we have a stream next week with One Piece chapters. I am hoping to do, not hoping, I'm planning on doing my reactions to the final 5 of Fiona Cake Season 2. I haven't seen them yet. I'm very excited to see them. I'm not going to do it like one after the other, kind of like this, but with manga, it's a lot easier to like binge through it. I also wanted to get caught up. I mean, like, I can't even imagine like how much stuff is going on, was going on, like for the discussions through the community for like a month. And I know I miss talking to you guys. I miss being a part of the One Piece community. You know, this series means so much to me, and it, you know, it's cool. I want to be a part of the community. I feel very grateful that I'm in the community as like a figure, you know, the minorest figure possible, but you get what I'm saying. I don't know. I appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys in the chat. You know, it means a lot. Trust me. It really, really does. The fact that you guys even somehow find me rambling like an insane person entertaining, and, you know, the fact you come in with like, oh, here's the theory on this, here's the theory on this, here's the theory on this, like, that's so cool. That's so cool because I don't know, it's a bit weird being on like the Sunday schedule, you know, and I don't mind it. You know, I'm pretty busy Monday to Friday. I'm a pretty busy guy now, because of stuff I'm working on. But, you know, being able to just on a Sunday, hey guys, One Piece, it's time to read, you know, it's cool. Obviously, it's a bit hard to be part of the discussion because some people read it earlier, and it's like, hey, it is what it is. But I don't know. I like the comfortability of knowing like I can read this at this time. So yeah, that's part of the update. Part of the update. I'm hoping to do a bit more experimentation this year. We're going to be doing the YouTube Shorts again, though. That was just really gratifying to me creatively, you know, like being able to just put something out. Doesn't have to be that long, just have to be that deep. It's like, hey, I like this, I want to talk about this, let's talk about that, you know, nothing that crazy. It's just something fun, a little creative outlet for me, while I work on this other stuff, you know. And as I mentioned, the thing I'm working on, like, this is something I've been working on for a hot minute. I'm in a state of it where I'm very confident about it, and I want to show it off to people more. And that's my goal for this year. The goal for this year is to get like the pitch done, showcase it, be like, hey, this is the thing I'm working on. If you guys want to support it, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'm hoping that like basically all the money I make for this channel now is solely dedicated to that. Like, it's been that way for like a year plus anyway, but pretty much ever since 2023, maybe, all the ideas, not the ideas, all the money I've made from this channel has been used for not 2023. What am I talking about? 2024, because 2024. All the money from this channel has been used for the project idea. So hopefully you guys look forward to news about that. It's something that I've wanted to work on, not wanted to, something I've been working on for a really long time. And yeah, hope you look forward to it. I will be back on the grind set. Obviously, it's a bit difficult because I try to block time now. You know, I got to work on this for this amount of time, this amount of time. But I'm hoping we're going to get back on the shorts, though. If I'm back on that grind set, I think I'll be able to be more creatively, whatever, more in the zone. And I would like to do discussion videos, too. I think those are really fun. I like being a part of the community. You know, it's not that difficult to edit. I mean, I just like talking to people. I like talking and rambling like an insane person. And I don't know. The series is just really hot right now, you know? Like, Elbaf is great, you know? Obviously, I've been waiting for this arc for years and years and years. You know, you guys know Usopp's my guy. He's up there somewhere. Where's Usopp? Up there. There he is. There's Usopp. Like, Usopp, I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting. Like, no hate. No hate to Usopp. Never hate. Never hate for Usopp. But I'm waiting. I'm excited. That scene with Jarl, him getting excited, that got me excited. I'm excited. So, with that, we're going to do hopefully some discussion videos. I think those are fun, very chill. One of the main things I've grown to appreciate over time is being able to have something that you can like rely on. You know what I'm saying? And whether that's like a book or a podcast or whatever, like it doesn't have to be that intensive. But like, say you got something on, by book I meant like an audiobook, by the way. Like you can have it on while working. Like that is so insanely important to a lot of people, which is crazy, you know. And being able to have that, like I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be like Good Mythical Morning or anything with the everyday uploads that are long. I cannot do that. I'm physically not capable of doing that. I don't have the time to do stuff like that. But I am hoping to at least be more experimental, to try more, to really push myself more, and get back into the grind set. That's one of my goals. I do think this year, I'm annoyed at myself because last year I said, I think we could hit 20K with the consistency, which I do think was still possible. But because of all that life stuff that happened in the end of the year, it was just completely sidetracked me. I do think it's possible, though, this year. Do think it's possible. Hoping to do just more experiments and stuff like that. You know, try more, do more different stuff, you know. But regardless, that is irrelevant at the moment. What I do want to say, thank you all so much for joining the stream. I obviously greatly appreciate it. We will be back next week for the next One Piece chapter. It's going to be a banger. I hope we cut to Zoro, which is insane. Not even that much of a Zoro guy. But I would like to do a discussion video on the flashback itself. I think that would be really cool. Because the flashback was phenomenal. I think that could easily be 2 hours. Easily. So look forward to that. That's something I hope to put out. That I think would be really cool. Just doing a deep dive on that. So, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly, greatly appreciate it. I am going to get back to writing for the project I'm working on. I'm going to get back to that. As I mentioned earlier, any monetary donations, anything like that, literally anything you guys do for the channel is immensely appreciated. But all monetary donations are going to funding this project. If you guys do want to consider it, please let me know. Once I am more confident in the idea, I'll be talking about it publicly. I'm very confident in the idea. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying once there's more in the works. You get what I'm saying. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Truly greatly appreciate it. Next week, 1173. Insane. Hope you guys enjoy. Take care. And have a good one.